Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So the market is still moving for December, which is really good news, and I think we've got the back end kinks worked out of our system, so hopefully we're getting closer to reporting the numbers back to normal. So looking at what happened last week, we had 9 sales in Georgetown. That's a really strong week for December. I mean, the buyers are still active, which is amazing. It is certainly helping our overall inventory levels, and it's just good news. The sort of not great news is that we are still seeing new listings, which often by this time we see them drop off. I think, if the numbers are accurate, we had 8 new listings in Georgetown last week. So we are still seeing new properties hitting the market. It's certainly slower. Like, I mean, we were seeing like 15 to 20 most weeks. So 8 is good, but we really want to start to see that number drop off and continue to see sales coming through. In Acton this week, we had 2 sales and 4 new listings. So we actually saw inventory climb in Acton, but overall, it is still a lot softer than we were seeing at certain points in the market this year. Glen Williams and Limehouse had no sales and no new listings. The rural market saw no sales but 2 new listings. So one of the notable things is when we're looking at properties that are coming off the market. This week we had 11 properties exit the market. We were pretty even this week with our sales to new listing ratio, slightly higher on the new listings, but having these properties exiting the market is helping to bring our inventory down. So 11 properties exited. We want to keep seeing those double-digit exits. It helps to dramatically decrease our inventory. So now looking at our active listings, all of Halton Hills is down significantly this week to 160 active listings. This is a really good number. We are going in the direction we want to be going into. Anything under 150, our market starts to feel a little scarce in certain pockets of inventory. So we are getting into much better territory in terms of our overall inventory levels. And now looking at Georgetown, we're down to only 94 active listings this week from 99. So the numbers continue to soften in Georgetown. We really need it here. We still have a lot of room to go down to make the market have some heat into it, but 94 is certainly the right direction. So now looking at our active price points, under 800 remain the same this week at 12 active listings. 800 to $1 million is down slightly from 18 to 17 active listings. 1 to 1.5 million is down from 40 to 39 active listings, and 1.5 million plus is down from 29 to 26 active listings. So when we're looking at these price points, I mean, these numbers, they're not quite in half of when we were at our peak on all of the price points, but they are certainly a lot softer. Overall, we are starting to come down in all of the pockets. I think like the numbers are starting to just soften that little bit. Like I said, we still have room to go, but these are certainly better numbers than like 60 active listings between 1 and 1.5 and like 45 active listings over 1.5 million. Like even the 8 to 1 million, we were over the 30 mark. So we're down to 17. Another thing to note is there is a condo building on Mill Street that has closed, and a lot of people are throwing their properties on the market. So there are like 6 to 8 listings at 42 Mill Street. So those are also in the numbers. I don't take into account new builds, but these are now resale properties, so they go into our pool. So if we took out that condo building, it would have inventory even more softened. I'm not going to again because they're resale, but it is just telling us that our market is going in a direction that's going to help fuel our market again in 2025. Acton this week is up slightly to 19 active listings, but that is still nowhere near as high as we've been, so we'll take it. Glen Williams is down from 8 to 7 active listings. Now Limehouse. Limehouse is the community, I'll call it, within my market update that has been impacted by this change that is happening in our back-end system. I'm probably at some point going to have to just eliminate Limehouse from the market update and just lump it all as rural. Because like this week, it says there's one property available in Limehouse. When you look on MLS, there's a couple more in that pocket, but it seems like they're just leaning towards categorizing it all as rural, which is valid. I mean, Limehouse has never been a huge community. So right now, Limehouse is sitting at one listing. It's got 4 or 5, but we're just going to start clumping it into rural because it doesn't warrant a sales update every week with how little is going on there. So the rural market is actually down from 44 to 39 active listings. We saw a bunch of terminations in the rural market this week. So that sort of represents that. So overall, I would say our market is doing really good things for December. Our sales have not completely dropped off, and we're seeing them at decent levels, I think. The only kind of negative thing that we're not used to seeing is that there are listings still hitting the market. Generally in December, we see very few new listings. We are still seeing stuff hit the market. So that's not great, but we are seeing sales and we're seeing exits from the market, and that is certainly helping to bring our inventory down. So I'm gonna take it as a win for December so far, but I'll be back next Tuesday to see if we can slow down on the new listings to help our inventory even more. So I will be back next week. Have a great week, everyone.